You chud.
All right.
You chud.
Thank you.
That was leash.
Thank you.
Was
Thank you. Thank you, Z Pool, my chud friend.
Mm-hmm.
Cannibalistic humanoid underground dweller. Anyway, welcome to a new series that we're doing on this channel. It's called Gamma Gaze, where we decide to take a look at your matchups and decide if they're good, mid, or whether we're going to take you out back and do you like how Sam did those 14 school children
We're
back
putting
in
you down like a
1996.
dog, essentially.
Yeah, pretty much. Good, mid, or bad, we'll be talking about and discuss and rating your matchup.
Good, mid, or filthy. No in between.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't
Anyway, if I
guarantee
sound
most
a
of
little,
these matchups we're gonna know what the fuck it is, or all
yeah,
this.
we're probably not gonna know some of the characters in these matchups, so we're gonna have to
Exactly.
rely on you to tell us more information, and we've also gotten summaries of the
Unless
matchups.
we
So
probably do know about it, we'll probably just talk about it for like 100 hours.
yeah, we're gonna see a matchup that we all like, and the entire video just evolves into us talking about why it's cool. Anyway,
Okay.
if I sound a little different, it's because I've had a few beers. But don't worry, I'm still
This
chill.
is before like Bakurese and everything, guys. So we're gonna put them down after
Yeah.
tomorrow or what?
Well, no, tomorrow's Friday. The episode comes out on Sunday.
Oh, we're still putting you down. Whatever.
What
So
purpose?
Honestly, yeah, bro, just strike me down. I'm done.
okay.
Anyway, let's go.
First submission, and it's by Crib. Who would expect? By Cthulhu versus Moby Dick, and
This one's really
underwater
funny.
creatures and weird cosmic stuff. What would you say, Paige?
This one's really funny because there's this whole thing talking about Cosmic Moby Dick.
Yeah, that I was gonna bring that up. Essentially, yeah, there. I remember that whole time. It was like a whole debate, and suddenly people started talking about how, like Moby Dick became this cosmic being on his own, and like had this eldritch thing. It came from like a novel or some shit, but I heard it
It
was
was from the
fake,
book
or
that
it's
was
like,
taken it came from taking basically all I think all the descriptions literally.
yeah. I was like, I thought it sounded funny because people actually started to believe it, and I was like, okay, and now it's just whatever.
I'm not gonna lie. This makes Moby Dick versus Judge Holden so much funnier to me because if you take these cosmic descriptions of Moby literally, what does Holden do? He's trying
Holden
to
is literally
shoot.
just a regular dude.
Just
He's
fuck
trying
and
to
pussy.
shoot at
How
God.
can he do?
He's totally the devil. So yeah, totally.
Don't worry, guys. He's totally
Down with the whale!
shit. Yeah, I totally read Blood Meridian. What are you talking about?
I never
I totally
understood
know what
why
I'm
Judge
talking about.
Holden versus Moby Dick existed besides the whole contrast between them, but like, come on.
From what I've heard, there's like actual
don't.
like essays comparing them.
Yeah, I'm like,
I don't quite
what
get
the
it either, but if it interests me enough, I'll look into the matchup and see what it's about. I
But
don't
what do I have
really
to say
know
about
about the
this matchup?
dynamic and how that works.
I don't really know what to say about this match. I feel like it sounds funny in paper and all this, but like when you actually bring into factors and stuff, it's like no,
Yeah,
none of this is jack
It's
shit.
you
a
like
whale versus
if you,
God.
if you want to try and deliver an explanation of how Cthulhu versus Moby Dick works dynamically, we'd be happy to listen because it does seem interesting. But I'm kind of having a hard time trying to
Just
envision the fight
confused
potential
essentially
right now.
because yeah, especially these characters, especially with Cthulhu as well. So yeah, because he has like Shuma Garaf and all this other stuff. But yeah, either way, the next submission,
Yeah.
Room versus Land. Oh, did I say her name right? Lane.
Yeah, I think it's Lane.
Lane.
I
The
haven't watched
connections
the
are
series.
here.
Recording the screen.
I mean, yeah, I'm just literally.
So
All right.
yeah,
Another
so
Grim submission.
I can
can't say-
probably talk about this one for a second, considering it's Blobber.
Yeah, both of her, and I've seen this matchup a
Yeah,
lot.
I've seen this one. I've seen some people prefer it to Room versus Amori, and I think I get it. Actually, I think it's pretty decent. It's probably my Room alt right now. Well, because Room kind of has jack shit for stuff besides Amori and Lane. I'm actually kind of glad for that because those two are like the super hyper mega good ones. So I am fine with just these two existing. This one probably does need a revamp from what I know of both, because it is still missing some stuff or like can cover more. But from what I know, very good. Dynamic would be trippy as all hell. From what I know,
Isn't
both
Lane like
series are
very fucking trippy as like its own series?
yeah. Lane is very trippy and like hard to understand from what I know. Like the story is probably going to be easy enough to comprehend, but at the same time, the visuals and all that are going to be like, what is happening? And that actually connects very well to Boisvert, considering, you know, Boisvert is also very trippy and what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, if you don't understand
So,
ARG or like the story.
I mean, I don't think Boisvert is an ARG. I think it's
Yeah,
genuinely
I
just
think
a
it's just a
series that's meant to
story. Yeah.
depict like darker themes. It's just a story. It's not an ARG. It's not analog horror either. We got to clear that up, like right now. Boisvert is just a story. It's art. It's not an ARG. It's not. It's not analog
Like if you
horror.
probably
It's
show it
just
to
its own
someone
thing.
regularly, they'll probably think it is of like how it depicts itself, but like no, it goes deeper than that.
No, but it's actually a pretty wonderful story talking about like mental illness, the effects of isolation, stuff like that.
Hmm.
I gotta like sit down and properly watch it
Yeah,
because I know what it's about.
but it's been a while probably since you've seen it and all.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen it. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure new stuff has come out.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if new stuff, and especially these series, especially how trippy and like impactful they could be. So it's
But
pretty
yeah,
cool.
the
I won't
action.
lie. Yeah, even though I do prefer Amori for Room, this is still pretty cool on its own, and I wouldn't mind it on its own.
Yeah,
Essentially,
I do have my prep for Lane right now, but I still need to watch Wonder Egg, so
yeah, you
I
can't really
will
give
do
off like a
that.
full explanation for it.
Yeah, I versus Lane does seem very good though, from what I
Right.
know, from what I hear of both. Anyway, Room versus Lane, if I had to give it like a solid rating, I'd give it like an 8 to 9. It's very good. I like it.
If we're gonna do ratings like that,
Thematically,
then mm,
thematically, it's very good. Well, that's just my rating. You don't have to do it yourself.
okay.
I'm just giving it a number.
I literally
Okay.
do not
All in
have
all,
rating.
good submission, good matchup. All right, next one: Primus Brainiac versus
Critic
the
versus the
Core.
core. AJ, you should
Another,
definitely know this one a lot because of the core.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah. It has been a hot minute since I have seen Amphibia, and I have not watched My Adventures with Superman. But from what I know of both, this covers the core really well. Goes over the whole Eldritch Abomination thing, the manipulation of I believe it talks about how it manipulated Andreas. Also talks about literally possessing Marcy, the whole Darcy thing too. Hope it has a connection for dropping the moon, but if not, that's fine too. Oh no, I haven't read the connections in like a hot minute, but at the same time, from what I remember about the core and Amphibia, I still prefer Majora for the core, but at the same time, this is like easy best alt with like no competition whatsoever. So this and Majora are probably my two favorites for core at the moment.
mhm.
Though I still do prefer Majora.
And
Very
you
good
keep it
matchup.
non-speak big. I
I'll
think
give
this.
it like an 8.
You think I'm seeing connections?
Oh yeah, one more thing before I move past this. Never mention Majora Nightmare around Coda. He will put you to death.
Dude,
Dude, bro, okay, we could talk about that later. We do not need to
That
get there
brother is
there.
going to shoot you. Yeah.
But
someone,
Anyway, next
someone's gonna
one.
watch the video now and post it and want to want to
Yeah.
disturb one of the channels now.
bro, we got
Next one
Uncanny
is
Metro. Beam versus
Beam
Jeff.
versus Jeff.
Oh my
That
god, do I gotta talk about
I don't
Jeff?
have much. I don't have much to say about this besides if a very
Short.
specific
Shark.
person is watching this video, I need
Okay,
Jeff to be hit by 10
there is
million.
there's actually a moon dropping connection.
Oh,
No
there is?
fucking.
As a final way to win, they would attempt to destroy the planet. Primus Brainiac attempting to blow up Earth, / the core controlling the moon and sending it down to Amphibia. Only for the
Sweet, it
hero to
does have
fight
a
back and finally kill and destroy both the villain and the device they used to try and destroy the planet. And almost killing one of the characters.
So it does have a moon connection. Great. Yeah, this is very good. Anyway, back to Beam versus Jeff. I don't have much to say besides
Sorry.
hit Jeff with 500 maximum pulses. Beam's the
Literally
goat
like
though,
that.
so
Beam's
please
the
kill him.
go, yeah. Just get Jeff off my screen. Get this little motherfucker. Anyways, next matchup. Hey, it's the one you made, Pain. You get to talk about this one. Pablo versus the one who, or well, the judge versus her. I don't know how to say his name. But off
I
versus
think like
Nicole.
the connections. Well, while there aren't very many, it's not very deep. I think like the contrast between like Narender has like all the bosses in the game are like his siblings. I think, really, from what I remember, it's been a long while since I last played. But then you have that, and then you have the judge whose brother he obviously cares for. I mean, sans matchup.
Obviously. I mean, yeah,
But
we did.
you have Narender who straight up sends the lamb on a quest to kill his siblings versus a caring brother.
Okay,
And
so it's
even
the
worse,
contract between
like,
like fucking sibling love and I hate my fucking sibling.
another thing is like I'm pretty sure Zachary, who I think Zachary was his name, was Judge's brother, like Paulo's brother. And I think like he was possessed by like Japhet or something, like some boss character.
I think it was Japhet, yeah, the bird.
Yeah.
Let me look it up.
Japhet had like
Yeah.
killed him and was puppeting his body around.
Yeah, Japhet was puppeting him, yeah. And then I think Japhet just comes out. No, yeah, Japhet just straight up like from what I'm seeing, bursts out of his body and just like appears in his real form while still technically being inside of I think what's his name, like Zachary?
Yeah.
Like still being inside of him technically, and like it is a gross sprite.
Ugh.
W.
Probably,
think
just
some
probably just put it
some
up
of
on
the
the
love
screen.
That's right.
I'll probably put it up on the
Yeah.
screen if he's.
Yeah, just for context, just put that up there.
Yeah, right.
and
I
another
love
thing is the
RPG
fact that
sprites.
like Pablo's kind of taken out of his comfort zone because of just how off works compared to Cult of the Lamb in terms of combat. And I don't remember. I think did Judge's attacks have like close range? I don't remember if that was the case or not. It's been a very long time since I've actually looked at this.
I mean, you could probably revamp it later on down the lane if you ever want to get down to that part.
I know there's like
Yeah.
I know some
Down the
comic,
lane.
Hmm?
Anyway, go ahead.
but I think and another like one last thing with it is the fact that like last time I looked at the poisoning, I don't know if the remake changed how that worked, but poisoning is very bad to get an off. And Narender had a poison attack, so there's that.
So you probably will have to. You probably have to look back on the remake and see which changed essentially.
Yeah, because I know the remake added some stuff, and the comic like straight up debunked like zone scaling, because apparently they weren't made by somebody or something like that.
Okay. I think it's a pretty cool matchup. I'm not gonna lie, but I do have to get into these two series essentially, like Off and Call of the Lamb. But I've heard of them. But
Long as saying that Off has a banker soundtrack. I don't care what you say, AJ, turn the volume back up.
I mean, Cult of the Lamb does have good music.
Hang on, was someone talking shit on my name? I zoned out.
because he was talking about how like Kodo was talking about how like Off had like a good soundtrack that you kept muting. Because I remember you did that during your gameplay, like you
Oh
were
yeah,
replaying
when
the
I was
game and you're getting annoyed from it. Yeah.
No, I think it was
Uh,
one of the level. I think it was just zone 3, I believe, where you have to like very carefully navigate one of the rooms, or else you get put into a fight. Like the soundtrack just kept playing over and over again. I was like, oh my god, I do not remember it, and then just muted it.
And then Kodo, yeah,
Or
Kodo just
something
got
like
mad at you
that.
for that.
so
Yeah.
stupid, but it's so deep.
Why don't I see you posting it in your spot more then?
Okay, bet. Say
Oh,
what?
okay. Oh, they're arguing. They're fighting. They're fighting. World
start
Star.
listening.
Okay.
Start listening to the off OST more.
Uh,
All right, okay.
Listen,
okay.
Uh,
Moving on. Moving on.
can't
We
really
got
say much, but seems all right.
another
I
B
did.
matchup, surprisingly, and it's by Krim
Beam
again. You're gonna see him like 500 times. Don't.
500 Crim Gods.
500 Krim Gods. But yeah, Beam versus
Hi, Crim.
Caboose. I almost forgot about Chainsaw Man for a second. Jesus Christ. Versus Red versus Blue. This, I've never heard of this. Didn't Grim make this himself? Because like most of
Uh,
these matchups he kind of did make, didn't he? Most of the ones he does submit. Because I feel like most of the ones we
okay.
submitted, or whoever people submitted, they made or have been big already. That's what I noticed. Most of them kind of have been made on their own. But
I don't think he made all of them.
yeah.
At least I don't remember him making all of them.
Also, Kura, aren't you knowledge on Red versus Blue?
Yeah.
So you could probably probably look at the connections. Because I mean, well, we do have them
I mean,
despite it kind
Caboose is stupid, but he's really. I know he loves church. That church is like his guy.
Mhm.
Let me scroll up. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. Let me read.
He's putting on his glasses. He's old, guys. Give him time.
I like how you say that when I took my glasses off to read.
Okay.
Uncler.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
never beating that.
it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Can't beat the Unk allegations at all.
Mm-mm.
I do like how Caboose is like physically the strongest. So I think they're really funny. It's like he just minds his business and he still doing damage to the beam, not on purpose, but like sheer accident.
Because he's just that strong that he just doesn't know.
He's a walking tank, but
What
he's
the
an idiot.
fuck? Oh my god.
Yeah, there's a reason why when the episode was being done, everyone's like, I really hope this is Caboose versus Sarge. Because you have the best fighter and you have the strongest combatant.
No way. But what do you have to say about it, Coda? Like, what do you have to rate it, essentially, in your own way?
Rated? I give it an 8. I don't really have a real prefer for Caboose. I don't really look at this, but I look more at Tucker because he's my favorite. Um,
That's fair.
so I had to look. I'd really look through Caboose's spread, but I think it's really funny. I think he definitely do a lot. I could ever see Caboose just naming Beam everything but Beam. Just use the shark form.
Probably losing his shit when he sees the shark form, yeah. Hey, you could probably show this to Waba, because it's fucking funny. Didn't you? Have you? Or
I
not?
think I don't remember.
Because, I mean, he is the biggest Chainsaw Man guy, and I mean, he's like more knowledge on it than like most of
He's
us.
literally dangerous.
Yeah, it seems like a pretty fucking funny MU, honestly. Something that I feel like that just is so stupid to even do. It's pretty good,
All right.
honestly.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, the
seems
next one's a
pretty
Skelly matchup.
decent.
We
Hi,
got
Skelly.
two of them. Two of them. Okay. But the first one,
Or
It's your
Angela
girl,
versus
yo.
Bayonetta.
Yo, Z, it's your girls.
you
Okay.
go ahead on this one, Zeeple.
Chill, 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 chill. But obviously, he does have a fuck, I'm forgetting the word of it. A summary of it. Enigmatic, supernatural huntress. Jesus Christ. And their settings are heavily centered around
You
and
can read it.
influenced by
Hold up.
real religion and mythology, most notably Norse, which obviously does sound pretty cool. I do have to get into Angela's stuff. Well, I do already know about Bale stuff and all that. But like in terms of Angela, I'm about to get into it, and it does seem like a pretty cool matchup because I've seen it around, honestly. Which I'm
Yeah, I think a
surprised
bit.
this is, yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie.
All right.
For what it is, I
Next
do
up
like
is
the theme it has, but yeah, it's pretty cool.
yeah. Next up is John Doe versus Hero. Oh my god, I'm going to shoot myself. I'm gonna shoot myself to win John Doe versus Herobrine. Roblox versus Minecraft. Ancient urban legends and
The
supernatural
fucking King
entities
Vons, the fucking King
to
Vons
emerge
of
from cubic sandbox video games.
this
I've heard
matchup is
about this one.
actually pretty sick. Yeah, I remember hearing
I
it. I was
think
like, why haven't I thought of this? This one actually makes very like literally makes sense for what it is.
It
I
makes a
think it's
lot of
very neat. It's very neat, all
Literally.
things considered. I think this is probably one of the only Roblox matchups I actually like. The only other
Yeah.
one is a guilt. The only other Roblox matchup I like right now, it's just a dumbass guilty pleasure.
That's fair.
Fucking, it's a figure from Doors versus one from Minecraft. Also Roblox versus Minecraft. Funny enough.
Yeah, funny enough. It's not
Really
as
good
big
series
as this one
combo.
because this one has. I feel like this one would have legacy to it because you know how like they are essentially these
Yeah.
fucking fucking they be talking about them like they're King Von essentially. It's like these little. You could tell your little kid and be like, yeah, they're real, and you just fucking bitch with them. But no, it's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, it's really fucking cool for a match. That's what I thought. I looked at it and I was like, damn, why did I think of this one? This one really makes sense. What the hell? This is like the most obvious thing you could do, and I didn't thought of it. I was like, fuck, that's pretty smart. That's a good fucking matchup. I was just surprised
Yeah,
I
John
didn't
Doe
think.
Herobrine. John Doe Herobrine is cool. If I ever have a kid, I'm putting them in front of the TV and showing them this if there ever becomes an episode.
I was gonna
Yeah, it
Time
say,
just
to
fucking
traumatize
terrorized
them.
them.
let's go.
Time to traumatize them. You
Yeah,
gotta put them on to peak. All right, next up is
pretty
Coda's
cool.
Coda's
Oh,
Sword
Coda!
Fairies.
Oh
Finally,
my
Take it,
God!
take it away.
Blazeaball
it's
Take
versus
my
Bessie.
turn to yap for real. All right,
Take it away, Code.
this one surprised me a lot when I first discovered it. Cause I was like, Digimon, Mega Man? Like, why does it just make sense? And it's so funny because it's like I think it's like a trinity between these three, like especially between Battle Network and Tamers. I think it's like a trinity. The other one I know of is Lan and EXE versus Takato and Gilmon, which probably is my second favorite. And this one's my favorite because I just love the sheer contrast. But connection wise, they're similar colors. They look just completely badass. They use guns, and their whole entire thing is, I got to get stronger because of personal stuff that I was portrayed in. So now I got to get stronger to prove that I don't need anyone else to get stronger. I'm gonna get stronger on my own, and they do it by when they defeat an opponent, they absorb their data, and that's how they get stronger. So now titles representing how like they're just gods of instructions. But the funny contrast is just Belize of mine was actually able to understand that like maybe I do need someone. Maybe I need to go back and try to rekindle what happened. Maybe I can try to salvage my relationship. And he did it. And it gave him not just more power, but it gave him a purpose. And it helped him ultimately become like I wouldn't say a hero, because I mean he did some things. He kind of redeemed himself in a way. So one character was able to understand that maybe I do need people, and yes, he's able to redeem himself and get stronger from it. The other one is so stubborn, and the other one, it really he doesn't want to get hurt anymore, that he's so willing to just die just to prove that I don't need no one, and I'm gonna get stronger. I'm gonna get more powerful because of me, no one else. So I do love how you can play that into the fight. The way I had it set up is like so. Blizzardmon's with his trainers because he has two. So he's with his trainers, and then Base comes up, and he's getting ready to take out the kids. But Blizzardmon steps in, and Base is confused, like, why are you protecting them? Because he kind of tell her, like, hey, we're kind of the same. Why are you protecting them? You should just be, either exploiting them or just, trying to absorb the data. And he's like, no, these are my trainers. So I do love how you can set it up. It's like already, yeah, they know they can be the same. But the stark difference is already right there. This guy's looking at trainers and going, yeah, just use them. And he's like, no, these are technically my family. So I do love how you can play into that. And when you can add in their forms. 'Cause it's so funny. So I think yeah, because it's Trouble. No, it's not Trouble. I forgot the name of his dog. Um, but he he kind of absorbs his dog to get stronger and get a new form. So I got never seen Felizamon making a joke about that. Um, but digital beings, they have a lot of things you can use in terms of their arsenal and abilities because Digimon is Digimon. You think they just like do one thing, but no, they have a lot of other powers that they can do. And then make it base comes from their battle network, so he has like a whole bunch of chips you can use and everything. So they can throw a lot at each other. They both can fly. Um, they both can move at like fast pace. So I don't think there's really much of an issue, which I can maybe debate. It depends on where you scale Believism on, honestly. Because I've seen a lot conflicted when it comes to Digimon. So I heard apparently that like the anime got nerfed, at least for I know Adventure got nerfed in terms of scaling, but what I'm hearing the verse is still really strong. And I should note that some of the series are like different continuities, with different timelines, as I say. So I mean, you can scale them together because of one series that does put them. I wouldn't say them all, but it puts most of the protagonists together. So you could argue that Blizzamon, because he scales to Galamon, would get that form of scaling, but it depends on where you scale him. So that's pretty much my main issue. Is I don't know how the debate really works. I don't know if Blizzamon just wins because he's a Digimon, or if base actually does get the win for once. But really cool. I love it. You can do a lot with it. That's all I'm gonna say.
He really yapped for a whole fucking minute, Jesus Christ. But I mean,
I'm
it
gonna do
makes
it again.
sense. Later on, yes, he will, obviously. But I
Well,
do have to get into
I
both of these series because it does seem like a cool fucking matchup. I'm not gonna lie.
that was a very informative yap.
Literally.
Yeah.
Also, sorry, I had to go on mute because I was fucking dying for a second.
I made
Oh
it.
Not
no, the
related at all.
coffee came back.
No, if you look at my spot, you'll get the context.
Oh
No,
my god.
no. But it makes sense because at least we give him his time. So, yeah, it's a pretty fucking cool matchup. I'm not gonna lie. I do gotta get into both of these series. Well,
Valid.
mainly Vlizamon. I
Gotta
gotta
get
get into
entertainers.
Tamers because I have gone to Digimon and like but I mainly went on the main timeline, the canon time. But like I
He
haven't
mainly
gotten
went
to
through like the adventure series,
yeah.
which,
But
dear lord, he actually did it.
yeah, I did it within like 2 days. I just sat there, actually went through it all. I told him bet I'll do it, and I did it. But yeah,
And he
Mega
did
Man,
it.
I just gotta get into the series. That's it, like the full on suit.
I'm
But
pretty sure I
yeah,
can find you. I mean, no, I'm pretty sure
yeah,
that if the collections are cheap, I can just get you the collections. They
yeah,
should be on Steam, I believe, so
yeah. That's fair. All right.
I can help with
Yeah.
that part.
Mhm. All right, next up, how do you pronounce this?
Oh my God.
Versus Chris Walker. Oh, Higurashi matchup. Yeah, I need to get into When They Cry, like really badly. It's one of
It's
the
so
things I
funny
have
because
planned
Scott
for this
Lost is one
year.
of my favorite horror series.
Yeah, like,
So, God,
oh
bro, this
gosh.
just
Versus the
just
Vader.
looking at him is just what is going on?
Versus the Vader's favorite
Um,
matchup too.
Versus the Vader's favorite.
Higurashi gets like
but
Higurashi gets
I
really
actually
scary and like
I actually do
violent.
know Chris Walker though, so I want me to yap about him for like not as long as I did before. I can yap about him slightly. I
Like
can
the
just do it though.
summary, essentially.
Yeah, so he
Yeah,
used to
let's.
be I forget if he's a correction officer or something, but let's say he was an enforcer, right?
Hmm.
And he basically got bullied a lot because of his size, and it kind of triggered like a mental breakdown in him. So he just started killing people. And so when he was brought into like the mental hospital that he was transferred to, this place is actually like a massive cult, unfortunately, and they're trying to create something. And the way they would do it is they would just like brainwash you, and they would just create some and using nanomachines, but like they're trying to create this artificial being. And well, Chris wasn't exactly like a suitable vessel for it. It did mess up his mind a lot more. So the way he looks is because he kind of ripped off the skin off his face. So yeah, and he's basically like the quote unquote main antagonist of like the game because he's like the main guy that appears a lot. And at last, you can't fight back. If you see a guy, you gotta run, and if he catches you, you're done. So you basically spend the entire time being chased down by this hulking, basically guy who just ripped off his face, tank, who doesn't really, get defeated until like the very end because like I said, the quote was on the correct side. They actually do make the beam, and the beam takes them out. I'm not gonna go for too much of it because spoilers, but that's basically him. So I'm kind of interesting how like what is his matchup really going for?
Because the way, like, just by looking at it is like, what the fuck am I looking at? You cannot be fucking
No,
serious.
I can promise you Higurashi gets violent and has like actual themes and
Jesus.
scary shit. I can promise you that. I swear to God, this is not a joke matchup. I swear
But
to
anyway,
God.
that's anime girl. Let's talk about anime girl.
Oh, the curse of the versus debater's favorite matchup
Oh my
is
god.
it's a heavy cross that everybody who likes these kinds of
We'll probably
matchups
have to
must
look at
bear.
it like deeply later. Oh,
Yeah,
it's
once I
so
get into
good.
Higurashi, I'll take a look at this one.
Oh,
All right,
this
next
next
up,
one is a lori
let
matchup.
me Lori matchup. You versus Shulk. Two teenage boys who, after having to leave their hometowns, are forced to confront the truth, both within them and of everyone they meet, both friend and foe, to search for the reason why they were even gifted the power of God. They're gonna have to. I think Lori's gonna have to explain this one because this kind of seems on you's end because I don't know if like it has been a bit since I played Persona 4, but the whole reason why you and the investigation team even formed, yeah, they were searching, but it was never about searching for like the whole reason they had personas. That really wasn't a part of it. They were trying to find the culprit, and I'm not going to say the culprit. I get that it's a massive spoiler and pretty much already knows, but basically the whole reason the teams formed is because they were trying to find the culprit who was creating all the serial murders in Inaba. So I don't know why it's trying to claim that like they're trying to search for why they were gifted the power of a god when Persona 4 wasn't really about that. Yeah, it had some themes of like gods and stuff with Amino Sagiri and uh what was her
So
name?
I I think I appreciate Lord they make a full connection for this. And I know more about Shulk than I do you. Um but Shulk kind of left because the girl he liked got killed in front of him and he wanted revenge.
Oh yeah, I
That's
remember
pretty
what was her
much
name.
what I remember. So does that really is there really a
Yeah.
connection for that?
Uh, I
Yeah,
don't think.
I don't know. I never said it to Lori, but at the same time I can't really see myself vibing with or really
I have.
understanding this one thematically.
I'm like right in the middle
Maybe if
of
I play
both.
Xenoblade again, I'll get it. But like, it's kind of not
I
clicking, and
think
I
she
they don't
does have the
occupy the
connections
same
for all that. You have to see for
space right
yourself. I
now.
think she does have like all of it,
Yeah,
but you probably had to
Maybe she
look
did,
in.
maybe. I just never looked at it. Like I think I saw it, but I never really sat down and read
yeah,
them. Like,
I didn't read the connections. This basic
which
summary is
no
kind of putting
offense.
me off.
There's
So
no offense. This is a lot going on in the day that I probably did see that the full list. I just didn't really
Okay, yeah.
read them.
The
yeah,
whole like moving to a different town thing was because Hugh's parents were working abroad.
yeah. Working abroad had to send him to stay with his uncle Dojima. You know how it is.
Yeah, this
And
that it's.
yeah,
I mean, and so I don't want to say it's too much of a like too big of a tonal difference, but like that's really different.
we will compare. Her name was like I think it was
You
Fiora, right?
compare my hometown being attacked and the girl like being killed trying to protect me to my parents are working overseas and I gotta live with my uncle.
This reminds me of when someone tried to create connections for Makoto versus Chris, and it tried to compare fucking. I think it was Makoto's parents dying to Asriel going to college. It did ask tried to compare that, and I was like, "Oh,
What?
brother." I was I was dying. Oh, that shit is ass, brother. All right, next up. Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, he said.
Oh. Boy,
what happened? What
this
happened?
one.
I'm just
We
skipping
talking
it.
about, we get
Mudoka,
talking
my
about
sworn
I'm
enemy.
just skipping. I'm
Hold
just
Well,
on.
what do you mean?
skipping.
What was the next one?
Talking about?
Um,
All I see is
Oh wait.
you, and then a piranha plant, and then my Nacho. What do you guys talking about? I don't see nothing else.
Oh wait, actually,
Yeah,
yeah, I might be
yeah, yeah,
tripping.
yeah, yeah.
Just
You're right. We're
might be
scheduling. We're
might
scheduling. We're scheduling.
might.
Anyways,
Anyway, N versus Lif, or is it Leaf? How do you pronounce that?
I'm pretty sure
Leaf.
it's
Leaf. All right, take it away, goat.
um.
what's funny
Oh
is I
boy,
actually
here we
know that
go.
Leaf.
Here we go
I played the
again.
game Leaf was in.
Okay.
Okay, so as you can see, I shortened down the list for you guys, so I'm not yapping that much. So I'm still gonna yap. Um. So yeah, there are the counterparts of like the main protagonist who to us they seem like these happy justice filled guys, but these guys they were kind of put into a cycle, and they kind of saw a lot of shit happen to them over and over again, and just them losing the one person that matters most to them, which is for N it was Mio, and for Leaf it was his sister. Name is Shannon, I believe. I haven't played three. I haven't played what's it called? Heroes. I haven't played Heroes in a real long time. So excuse me. Um, and it's just the fact that this happened so many times that they were willing to work with the guy who really put them under the loop. So now the thing is, one is so hell bent on just trying to make sure he can stay with the girl that he lost that he's willing to work like no matter what. Even if people are like, "Hey, dog, we can break the cycle," he's like, "I don't care," because Mia, she's with me. I don't care. So he's just, and he's got the range. He's crazy. He does redeem himself later on, but that takes a long time. And then with Leaf, it's his isn't just I'm doing this because like it allows me to stay with the person I care about. His decision does not come back to life. He's kind of just forced to work with this guy because he's tired. So he kind of just does everything he does just for the possibility of just it actually ending and he's being able to either bring back his sister or be able to reunite with her. They're kind of just immortal. So the whole crux of like the fight being that when they meet up, N is just like just shit talking the fuck out of Liv. He just doesn't care. He's tired. So I saw a script about it. It was really brutal because it used both their partners. So her name is Rashir, I believe. It's supposed to be Veronica, and it used M for N. So it was really brutal. But the way they really did the fight was that because in Xenoblade 3, M wanted to cycle to end, so she came up with a plan that would like not only like stop her, but would also stop N, so that he can actually understand like, hey, this is not going to be the end. This so they was actually add into the fight. So you can do a solo, you can do it a duo. It isn't really I don't it doesn't really matter to me because I think the sheer fight of this two broken guys going at it with like broken RPG powers is really awesome to me. Because oh God, Heroes is like the Dragon Ball Heroes of Fire Emblem, and in Xenoblade 3, it kind of is like the combination of both Xenoblade 1 and 2 because it takes place in a world that's basically like a fusion of like both games. So um, they're both kind of just a combination and celebration of both series, which I also like. They didn't really mention in the connection, but like that is basically what their games are. It's a massive collection celebration of like the entire series. So not really much for the app about with this one because unfortunately I have not really played Heroes in a long time, and my knowledge of Xenoblade 3 is kind of rusty. I'm trying to play through it again, but I do like it. Who wins? Probably N. Xenoblade is really really crazy, but I think it's really good. So that's all I gotta say for it.
Damn.
That's cool. That's cool.
Another two
And
series I have to
Oh
get
god, the
into.
next fight.
right back
Oh
into
god.
Oh my god,
What?
bro. Okay,
Go to
but hey,
war.
at least this one's a fighting game one.
Yeah,
Before we move on, what do you guys think about it in general?
I like it.
I
It's
I
probably my
think it's pretty cool, yeah.
probably my preferable
Yeah.
right now.
But I do gotta get into series again.
Sure.
Yeah, I gotta read Iron Fist comics.
Oh,
Although I think fight
uh,
potential is very obvious if you have even an ounce of creativity in your body. The theme's pretty good.
me and Lober have so many ideas for this.
If Lober was
But
here, I
this,
feel like it could have
this,
been longer.
bro, it would have been so much longer. Just us talking about it, we've been here all day, all night. We've been here all night,
Oh
just
my
us
god.
talking about this. But bro, just you got me two fiery martial artists who they're not always seen with their best friend, Ryu, Luke Cage. But when they're on their own, you just get two fiery badass martial artists. I mean, that's all you really say for a connections. But the thing that really sold me on the matchup itself is the fact that this Street Fighter 6 existing. And the fact that Danny kind of went through the same situation. So I can definitely see like my idea of like setup is just Danny goes uh he goes up to Ken, or Ken seeking him out, and the whole entire fight is just a massive sparring fight, just to get Ken's like fighting spirit back, because he kind of lost it after everything. Sure, his name is cleared, but like he had to move away from his family. He had to be put in the safety so to make sure nothing happens to him because he was framed, and he's contemplating like killing the guy who caused everything. So he's kind of not in the right mind space. And I feel like Ken is like okay. Then Danny's like one of the few people like it's on a matchup for him that can actually bring back his fiery spirit besides like Terry. So it's kind of why they're like my two like interchange like hey, which one much you go for Ken, Terry, or Danny because I didn't do the same thing. For me it's not just about like connections. I mean, it is connections, but like it's just story. And I do feel like that Danny would be the one to break him out of his funk and would help him out. And I have this awesome scene in my head where, so if you know about NBC 3, Ken has like Danny has like the one in his punch with level 3. That is awesome idea of like, so Ken has his body check move. So I imagine he's gonna go for it, and then Danny cancels and goes to like level 3, but then Ken cancels and he goes to the sure you can. It'd be so awesome. Or you can reference the Daigo parry. So Danny's just going ham on him and he's just parrying every single hit before he lands on any one of his supers. And there's really a lot you can do. It's a funny game matchup and a comic book character who's known for martial arts. It's like it kind of writes itself, but the added story potential, which I can only see that's Ken, he's kind of low energy. Like, yeah, he's fighting, but like he's probably getting frustrated. Like, he's not in his mojo. But like at the end of the fight, they're both laughing. They're both having like the best time. I think it'd be so good. So like my main reason for loving it is not really its connections. The connections do work; they're really good. But like the story, I love it because of what it can do for Ken, but what it can also do for Danny. Because him just having someone else that he can actually like spar with that is trying to kill him, really good. And he's helping someone else. He's helping someone else that reminds him of himself. I love it. Now I'm gonna stop yapping because I yapped for too long.
I mean, you literally yeah for like back-to-back matchups. I mean, I feel like out of all of these, this one's
It's a
definitely
reason
like the
why it's
coolest.
like
Well,
the top 10.
Yeah, this one's pretty good.
Yeah, I like it.
yeah, even with like the basic, well, quote unquote basic fight potential, all that, you still get like the story potential and all this. That's why I love like doing matchups like this, where it's like, sure, it's kind of obvious, but at the same time, there's still more depth to it. that he could bring out. That makes the matchup more fun, honestly.
That's kind of the big thing with us is just connections are. I mean, I won't say that everything, but connections are a really big thing. But we really
Mm,
do want to see like how well the characters can act, interact with each other, and how great of a story you could build with
mm.
connections and the characters themselves in mind, like the interactions. So that's what we kind of really look forward to the most. So that's my reason for why I love this matchup a lot.
Essentially, yeah. That's why I look at matchups too. It's like, yeah, the connections could be a big thing, and it's like you still have the thematics and all that stuff. I just want to see if I could get what the characters in, cause yeah, essentially it's like a big thing with us that I like with matchups. But yeah,
Yeah,
pretty fucking cool matchup, honestly, man. I do like that whole theme and all that. Like, it really is. What shines into the matchup, honestly? Literally obvious, but like, still pretty fucking amazing. And with the next one, another Lori matchup.
I don't worry.
I
Gee,
probably
this one is
understand
kind of.
this.
I think this one is you
Ultra
because
Kill
you're an Ultra
mainly.
guy.
I don't know much of Risk of Rain too, honestly. I haven't played a game or touched it, but I do know of Ultra Kill because I mean, they got into the game.
That's your
You're good.
series.
Yeah. Minos Prime, the sole survivor. Honestly, I forget the other prime. Fuck, I'm fraud. Alright. LARP! But Minos is still pretty fucking
Lover.
cool as one of the sole survivors. Two men who were both imprisoned for their beliefs on how to govern life by a someone they trusted, which Gabriel essentially trapped them. At first, forced to watch from a distance as everything they worked for was dismantled, they slowly filled with the intense rage both of themselves who hurt them. Even if their stories ended in death by people they never knew, the vengeance they live for is something they never could have foreseen. Also, there's a contrast in that for life. Yeah, it is true with Gabriel stealing, Minos and all that stuff, and him wanting to get revenge for what he's done and all that. I believe that's what the other Prime Soul. I forgot his name. Fuck. But like he was one of my favorite. He's the favorite Prime Soul's favorite character. But it is pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. It does cover what he has and all that. I don't really know what to fight into because I mean I don't have experience with Risk of Rain too. Honestly, I could probably ask Lori for that because I do know what Minos Prime does and all that. I fought him like 500 fucking times in that game, even if it gets annoying.
Yep.
I fought him so much, but literally all the time I play Ultra I fight him because he's like the most fun. Because I mean, I haven't done the other Soul Survivor. I haven't got in there yet because I'm not going back and grinding Ultra like that again. Oh my god, that shit hurts my fingers. That game's just
Keyboard
like,
player.
yeah, yeah, it's too much sweat. But it is pretty cool. I don't like Minos Prime. Cool fucking matchup. The viewers might find this cool and all this other stuff, but I mean, obviously, but still, pretty cool matchup. I do like it. I do. I just got to get into Risk of Rain too, honestly, just to see if it's
No,
actually
I know.
full on.
I gotta play Ultra Kill.
Yeah, you do. It's a
So that
pretty
makes,
good game, but like
I'm,
you're gonna be fucking sweating.
yeah, I'm really interested in. I'm like super interested in V1 spread right now because my preferred is Hank. My alt's probably Skynet right now.
And then there's forgot his name.
There's Neon, but like
Yeah, Neon
I don't
White.
know. I've heard that one is kind of bad thematically. Like the fight potential is literally some of the best out of their spreads, but when it comes to the actual like thematics department, it kind of falls flat. That's just
I
what
don't
I
really
hear.
know about Neon White. That's why I have been really
I
neutral in a
mean,
matchup
to be
because I don't
fair,
really know about him, honestly.
yeah, Neon's a really good Neku matchup, and yeah, that's
That
not
already
giving
kind of.
that's not giving me hope for it being for him being thematically good for V1 of all characters.
So V1 Deku
Also,
Lama.
hi Waba. Waba, say hi to the
Go my
video, you
go my
goon.
go my Neku, my Neku. Anyway, up next, Krim
Another
again. Hi Krim.
cry. Oh my god, it's
Nalia
annoying
versus
matchup.
Dobby.
Now we have
Gotcha.
Dolly though. And
I get it.
Well, all right. modern shonen villains, cocky douchebags who love to be dramatic about anything and trash talk their opponents. Both were born in abusive households where they'd get changed into the worst. Family members in a famous family clan where they're known for
Honestly,
their
if I
other
were you, I
powerful
wouldn't even
members.
go for reading all the connections because there's at least 2 separate messages for all of it.
Yeah,
And it's
I don't.
because of the timer.
I don't really have much to say about this one. Have not read My Hero yet. Still
I think it
gotta.
could be funny, at least banter wise.
Seems alright from what I
That's
know,
it,
but
answer. That's all you
I think it
get.
makes sense.
The dynamic is still kind of interests me a little. I'm trying to think right now, like how could it work?
Because of
We obviously
projection.
they can fight hand to hand, but like once Darby is using his like actual quirk, I'm just thinking like, what happens? Does Darby still get wombo combo?
That's annoying. He can't fuck up his own. I
Like
forget what it's
does
called.
Darby get wombo combo so he just blows himself up and kills Naya with him?
Like, it's a
It's
weird
just like me
dynamic.
playing with that cell moveset.
Yeah, fighting till you die and you just kill everybody.
I'll have to have it be explained a bit more to me because personally I'm trying to wrap my head around it. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just get it explained to me. I think the connections do work. I think the banter could be really funny. We
Because you don't have
somehow
no
forget
ears.
Dabby his little dance. He fixes it.
Oh my god, this mother. Anyways. Oh my god, beef
Oh,
matchup?
the first Amy matchup. Let's
Yeah, true.
go.
Hey, this was a fucking joke one. This is stupid fucking matchup one. Hanama versus the Bad Devil. Dude, like, what do I gotta
They can
say?
fly.
They got blind.
we
I love the
love
connection.
creating
That's just
rivalries
both of them kill. Like,
True.
both of them kill. Both of them are
Both
They're
of them
flying
flying
have
animals,
mammals.
girlfriends.
Such a good
Oh
conditioning was
my.
said twice.
Both of them have girlfriends, dude.
Bro, that's
Like,
a perfect connection.
oh my god, bro.
Honestly, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. I respect it. 10 out of 10.
Yeah, best for
I
both. Best for
respect her
both.
for at least doing it because I remember when she posted, I was so confused. I was like, "What the fuck?"
This shit is so funny.
Oh my god! And of course,
All
the
right.
fucking
Oh, up next we got the
Honestly,
goat.
how did
Z.
Hava even
I
survive
go.
Kuruma?
oh,
and y'all told me I didn't
all right.
submit one when I did.
Yeah. All right. It's
But
nighttime, so I can't do it. Z, I need you to do it. Let it out.
okay,
Scream if you love Dragon Ball.
okay. I am not screaming that shit out. Not right now. But,
Okay.
okay, but
Just
like,
pretend. Just pretend someone screams.
ah! No, I'm just kidding.
He's even edited it. He's gonna edit it into me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
we'll
whatever,
substitute
whatever.
that. But yeah, this one's really cool. I mean,
The movie villain
this is
BR. I mean, do we really explain this? All I gotta say is this
yeah,
thumbnail that I
yeah,
submitted was
I wonder
literally
what
like a
the
whole
connections are.
server contesting. Literally the whole
yeah. This is like
Discord.
Yeah,
this is a group effort on our part. I did Slug's part.
I did Turtle's
And with
part.
it,
you guys probably can't see my name, but I did your number. Yeah, that's my goat.
We,
You can kind of tell who did who based on some editing
yeah.
style.
And that's what I said. I even said it when they created I was like, just use your own style, just so it feels like more of a style. Like it feels like a group project, like something we really have passion for. And I mean, you know how we reacted when we heard it was getting pitched, even though it's still lost. Like we were still happy because I mean,
No,
the matchup is pretty fucking
yeah,
sick.
dog, slime out, Beetlejuice genie, slime it out right now.
Like, dude, we could have
Maybe
had the
Amy,
most fucking
but
insane shit.
okay. So for context, when we did the thumbnail, Amy decided to put like a minion background for Cooler. So if you
could
were
you
to
zoom
zoom in
into it?
really close
Yeah.
behind Cooler,
Yeah,
you
but
can
you
see the
probably
minions.
can't see. You can. Okay,
I can see it.
I
I can
have it
see
on
it.
the
Check it.
video. Yeah, you could literally see it. Yeah, you just gotta zoom in real quick. You can't see it from afar, but you could literally. I was gonna pull up a picture of her say emitting it, but now you can see it right there. But like, Also, ripped by
It's
Goat
so
Turnus,
funny.
he's getting fucking mauled by Broly, getting tear in half, bro. What the fuck?
I honestly think this matchup should be equal stats instead of using their actual
I
stats.
think a lot of people do that unironically. I saw like a debate chart have that, and like I mean, then Janemba still won, so.
I mean, at least that would actually put
I think it legit
would
comes down
actually like
to
put
Janemba, Hirudegan, and Broly.
Yeah.
Broly just from the sheer fact of the Zenkais.
And Hirudegarn, like, dude, you can't even like fucking hit him and all that. Hirudegarn think you had to basically let him hit you or like try to attack you, and that's when he's vulnerable. But like, they probably won't even.
And Janemba is just that guy.
Janemba
No
just,
glaze.
he's
He's
kind of
just that
like
guy.
Broly in a sense where they just raw it out.
the way I
And he
could
has the
see it
fucking
was like
dimension
Correctly.
move, the
Perfect catch.
dimension sword and all.
The
thing with
question is,
Broly is the fact that I feel
since
like he likes
Broly's always saying some shit, you think he's gonna find out about the shit talking weakness? Probably, right?
He
It
definitely,
probably is.
he probably, and Janemba's still gonna cut through, like either way, because I mean,
Oh, I do like an idea for a scene where it's a fake out where you think Broly found out about the shit talking weakness. He's just talking Janemba down. He gets like he's like backing up, Broly's shooting blast, but then where you get the fake out and the explosion when the blast happens, and then you just see like the pinkness of a sword cut right through the blast and
I
Broly.
forgot the sword,
Possibly blending.
Rakansa?
I think
Rakansa
it's like
sword?
it's like Rakshasa, I think.
Rakash, but it's a pretty fucking cool sword, especially the way he uses it in that one part where he cut
Yeah.
in the air. Literally, what his render's doing, that shit was sick. They will probably definitely reference that. And Hirudegarn, dude, you literally can't hit him because I mean he just literally turns into gas and dodges and does all that.
For
Yeah,
real, though. He's
yeah, it's Rakshasa. It's Rakshasa from what I'm seeing.
Yeah, Rakshas. Yeah, that's such a weird name, but it's a badass fucking sword. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's a nice sword. I like it. Oh no, DBZ movie villain battle royale is really entertaining. It's fun as hell,
It's pretty fucking fun
and
as hell.
I feel like this would make for a great bonus episode on the show. There are some matchups that I
Mhm.
think I'd prefer as like solo for some of the combatants,
like-
but
you
yeah.
have to like cut that out.
I wouldn't mind this as a compromise for if they decided, you know what, we don't feel like doing individual matchups for each one of these motherfuckers. Let's just throw
Or
them all
like,
together.
or like a big
I wouldn't mind.
celebration. Like
Yeah,
anniversary.
Yeah.
yeah, or like an anniversary matchup or a celebration. Yeah, I would be down for this as an episode.
Always these
Probably for like
people
Dragon
saying-
Ball's movie celebration, honestly.
I swear to God, every time I look into a different server, there's always some people saying some crap. Always some of the weirdest crap I've seen.
Okay, buddy.
All right,
Gotta-
Hold on to
all
that.
right. Oh
I'm telling you,
boy,
they gotta cut it out.
here we go again. All right, next up, Michael Corleone versus Shion Sonozaki.
Oh, this is the one with
Oh,
the
boy.
500 fucking connections in
Yeah,
it.
500 connections. I see
Let me
now
just
why
scroll
Death
down.
Battle.
Yeah, like
Why Death Battle decided, hey, put the shit in a summary.
you literally like.
Yeah.
They cannot read all that.
See?
And besides, I
Plain
wouldn't really
established.
know
Come
what
on.
to think because I haven't watched Godfather, nor have I played or read Higurashi yet. So
Like, oh my, holy shit. We cannot literally cover this. Like,
yeah, we could
well,
not cover this in this video if we wanted, but from what I understand about people who know both, I know the creator, and that's my goat, by the way, if you're watching this. Hi. But yeah, from what I know, and he knows both, this is very good. Despite the versus debaters.
Oh God.
the usual. But
Yeah, the
yeah, I
usual.
don't know both of these series, so I can't really say as much. But I feel
Yeah,
like
I
it's
can't-
interesting for what it is.
Can't
But like,
comment.
yeah, I can't
From what I
comment.
know, it's good.
It's good. At least they
Can't
acknowledge
comment
it.
from what I, yeah,
We
from what
at
I
least we
know,
can acknowledge it on like fucking Death Battle's team on certain matchups. They will look at it and be like,
yeah.
oh, they'll
They
be
just
like,
go
oh
like
yeah,
off topic
What the fuck is
immediately.
this?
literally.
And I was like, dog, think about the matchup, please.
We're just gonna skip it. Anyway, good submission, Krim. Once again.
Well,
All right, let's see
here we
what's
go.
next. Oh, you again. Take
Oh,
it
this is
away.
the
Here
one
we
Coda
go.
just did.
Yeah, I just made this one. So, bit of context. When it comes to me and these two series, I kind of got into. I'm gonna call it a Ranger Reject because that's what I call it. So I kind of got into it a little bit because I know the anime came out, but I never actually watched the anime. And I was like, I'm gonna read the manga because I don't know where I'm gonna watch the anime. 'Cause I didn't have anything to really watch it on. So I read it and I was like, oh, this Chidori guy, he's kind of awesome. And then when it comes to like JJK, it's like, yeah, Yuji's my favorite. But like when you really look into like the themes and like this personal stories of each character, it's like, yeah, you just up there for me. So when I finally started reading through a lot more of like the manga for Ranger Reject, and I actually got to where I talked about like Chidori's backstory, and it mentioned the word love and and the fact that he didn't really understand it, and he only got it from his mother, who died like really young for him, so he didn't really know that much about love, so he struggled with it. I was like, this sounds just like Yuta. So for me, love is like a very big thing for both of them, but I don't think it's like the main thing to be covered for both of them. For me, the main thing is just the fact of how the people around them kind of transform them into becoming who they are at the moment. Because as it grabbed to me, Yuta was really devoted to like basically doing things for other people. He kind of just sacrificed a lot for himself, for other people, because he didn't really have a real reason to really keep on living. I mean, yeah, he had Rika's cursed spirit with him, but like he didn't really care about really living that much. And it's kind of the same for Chidori. He didn't really care that much either. Once he figured out what was really going on with like the new Dragon Keepers, his marriage was like really living was because of one person. And that it kind of messes a bit with Yuta because his main reason for living is just other people. So they both have this mindset of like not really that I don't really matter. It's just they don't think about themselves like in the slightest. It's always been about someone else. So when you have this super duper brilliant guy who, you know, decided to use like, like biological means to just do what he wants to do, like for his own evil plan, and it causes these two to lose people close to them, especially the one person that in their mind saved them, because Gojo saved them, because they both were supposed to be executed. So Gojo saved Yuta from being killed, and the fact that Chidori had someone that she like give him prison life, which is him becoming a Dragon Keeper, like it's such a good thing for them, but not really because they will continue to lose people because of Kinjaku and Yellow Keeper. I'm not gonna pronounce his name because I'm bad with Japanese names. All right, um, I have to think a little. So connection wise, I think is really good. Because the sheer fact that at this moment in my head that people are actually a lot more because they fight for you to just get animated. So the whole Ryu versus Yuta fight and how Ryu's main thing of like wanting an actual good fight, he never really got that, and that sheer like sincerity melted his heart, and Yuta wanted to really help him up with that. Chidori, I don't really want to get into spoilers, but Chidori goes on a path where he needs to be stopped. But his main reason for doing it is because the people that he cared about and that he lost because of the drug keepers, because of everything that's happened, because of one guy wanted to prove something. So he's so devoted to just sacrificing his own life and playing the role of like a monster so that he can show the world that like, hey, this person you saved me, you may all think she's a bad person because she technically made up the concept of like the drug keepers. Everything you see here, she made it up. And it was twisted into this disgusting and horrifying thing. You all may see her as a monster, but for me, she was a person. She was my best friend. So he's doing this all for her and for her child. So he's doing all this not for himself, but for her. And I believe that Yuta would see that and you understand that he would 100% understand that. Because it's kind of exactly the same way he is when it came to Gojo. he was willing to become a monster with Gojo to show people that like you all may have like demonized Gojo because he's the strongest, because you guys are scared of him, because he got all this power. But like at the end of the day, he's still a person with feelings, and he's lonely because of that. That's something you can see that Gojo is lonely. So I definitely will see that he will look at Chidori, see that he's kind of lonely in that aspect, and understand that yeah, I still need to take you down though. So my main thing is I don't really think that it's really that strong connection with. I mean, I feel like if you read it, I kind of did hit some things, but I don't think I really worded it really that well that it kind of oh, it's like best of both. Like I get it, it's perfect, but just that sheer understanding moment that they can just look at each other and Chidori would understand Yuta, but would still need to continue on his own path. And Yuta will also understand Chidori, but understands like no matter what I'm saying, it's not gonna get through because he's so devoted. That's really strong for me. And then ability wise, oh my lord, they have a lot of tools they can use. A lot of Chidori's tools are more like for gathering information, but when it comes to that Wrath Hammer, he can do a lot of shit. He can increase his size, so he can go into a giant and become really small. He can so there's some of the Judas on ability, which I brought up in um the post I made, is they both have some form of sky manipulation. So Chidori can put his hand out and it creates like cracks in the sky or like in the area. And if it touches you, you just break apart. Which is kind of similar to Yuta's ability that he got from Oro, I believe that's her name. So you can have a nice clash with that, like they both set a goal for it, and like the cracks go against both of them. Like I can see the cracks going against Yuta's arm and descending for like Chidori's chest. So like they both like blast apart, but then they get back up and they regen because they both can regen. Um, that's not the thing they both can regen, so you can actually have them do some brutal stuff to each other, and they actually would get back up, and that's something that like, they both can do. Never was kind of see Yuta really doing that much unless he understands that oh he can regenerate. So that means I can try a little bit harder to try to take him down. Because again Yuta doesn't like fighting, so I think it'd be really good if you would showcase that like he's not really trying to fight, but he doesn't really have a choice because he understands Chidori, but at the same time it's like I gotta protect people. But I think another thing that I didn't mention, and it's a really nice parallel, no contrast, I should say, is that whether we're both willing to become monsters, Yuri still cares deeply about like civilians in general. Like he would never put them in danger. He would still try to protect them. Chidori, he had for him, he's like I had legit played the role of a monster. So he's willing to actually put innocent lives in danger to actually like fulfill that role. Which I definitely can see you would have kind of talking to him about like, hey, you can't be doing that, guy. Like I understand what you're trying to do, but like you can't be doing that. Um, Another thing, so we all know that Rika can, if she takes like any private person, she can gain their curse technique. So I think it'd be awesome if we have like Rika trying to bite into Chidori, but he does it as well, and he takes a massive chunk out of her because I want to say is this inspiration, but if you were to eat something, it kind of takes away that entire space. He has a limit to how much he can eat, but like I think that's a really cool like set piece you can do with that. And then the main thing that kind of sold me for it is the fact that Yuta pops the main expansion and Itadori just flexes and it breaks. Because there's a part in the manga that Chidori and everyone else get trapped inside this own little pocket dimension. And legit the only way they're able to really get out is if like they're able to beat like the main villain, but like no one's trying to do it. And Chidori needs his suit. So when he finally gets his Wrath Hammer, he legit just puts on the suit and he shatters it just by powering up. So I just think it'd be really funny of like toss the main, they're fighting for a bit. Uh Chidori steps off the wheel so this other personality can step in and then he just shatters the domain. The matchup is still relatively new for me, so I'm kind of just been falling a bit. I can really sit with the matchup, really explain a bit more, but I did want to show it up because I do think that it's a really good matchup. I want to say it's the best for both, but I do think it's really good and thematic, and you can do a lot of interesting stuff when it comes to like the actual ability pool. So that's all I was gonna say about it. Read Ranger Reject, please. Don't watch the anime. Watch, read the manga.
Okay. Because I think the
They
anime
changed a
did
lot
soften
in
it
the
away.
anime.
Yeah.
They changed a lot, and they kind of do a lot, which surprised me. I'm like, oh, so I mean, if you still want to see certain fights, I'm like, yeah, I guess watch the animated version, but like, read the manga, please.
Holy shit.
All right. All right, next up, Monica versus Gaim. Hell yeah.
What the fuck?
Oh, this one.
People be like, I have my whole life ahead of me. No, you don't. Maruka is coming. Jesus fucking. Yeah, it's there again. Like, I mean,
I don't know what you're talking about. It just went straight to Gaim.
oh yeah, you true. True. I'm a schizo. My bad.
But
You're
Hold
right.
on.
but yeah, Monica
You're right.
versus Gaim. We finally got the first common writer in Gamma Gaze, and I couldn't be happier because it's
Surprisingly.
this one. This one's in my top 5 for a reason. It's so fucking good. Genorobochi, you deserve the world.
Okay.
But anyway, yeah. So the basic summary of Monica versus Gaim, I can link the connections. Actually, we should probably just do that. We should link the connections to some of the matchups we're talking about in the
I believe that's
description.
what
So
was it? Crone
yeah,
Crim did with that versus
yeah, that's what.
debate
Yeah,
favorites match. Yeah.
yeah. But anyway, basic summary: me when I'm a normal person with negative feelings about my place in the world. Then some bullshit happens with another world and the enemies that come with it. You know, witches and Inves. Trauma ensues. I witness a bunch of shit, including the fates of people that are linked to witches, such Inves, a friend going downhill, some other fucked up stuff. Oh yeah, also that fuck ass cat and scientist slash corporation, and that guy who is also for some reason a forest. But anyway, yeah. Also, a time traveling person is trying to save me, but they're all... Yeah, no, there's a character that's literally meant to represent the forest itself.
What? That caught me off guard. I was like, what the fuck? The forest? What? The
No,
for What do you mean?
no,
Casually
no,
you crash
no,
the forest.
no, because the context, the other world in Gaim is Helheim, the Helheim forest, which is where the Inves come from. It's
Oh.
weird. Y'all, I'm saying you gotta watch Kamen Rider.
So does
Yeah,
that
like
mean
casually
that
buys by yeah, to get the cat and
does
everything.
this
Yeah, that
mean
makes
that
sense. The
Ice is a
forest.
character in
The
Kamen Rider?
forest. The cat in the forest. I like how in this matchup you can compare Kyubey to both the corporation that looks over Zalme City, and you can compare him to the guy that literally represents the forest and the cycle of life and death. What the
What the
fuck?
fuck? I'm not
What
surprised. It's
goes?
a common writer matchup. They have like the most
Yeah, what
craziest connections and shit, but it somehow gets into the character more than others. And I'm like, what the fuck, bro? How do you do this?
that's why I love Monica versus Gaim. It's simply a great matchup.
You gotta get
Anyway,
Sam
hang
onto
on.
it. You get it.
Yeah, I'm trying. He doesn't have a preferred for Madoka right now, so I'm trying to get him to hop on Gaim. Because like the more people shilling at the merit. Let me go. Hang on, I have the connections pulled up right now. Let me. Uh, yeah, Cube. Yeah, no, one of the characters was literally revealed to be the Helheim Forest itself, going from world to world to evolve people in them, enforcing the cycle of death and rebirth that drives evolution itself. Oh no,
Jesus
man.
Christ.
I don't know, man. But anyway, yeah, time traveling person trying to save me, but I'm always going to fall into conflict. Eventually, though, I grow up and become a stronger person, becoming a Jesus metaphor to save everyone, which, yes, they literally ascend and become gods at the end of their stories. That's kind of a big thing. Also, they are fruity. Compares being a lesbian to being fruit themed. It's peak.
What?
The matchup doesn't actually compare that. That's just a joke. But yeah,
Bro just be
I need to.
typing anything.
Yeah, I just be typing some bullshit. But yeah, Madoka vs. Gaim, it's awesome. The fight potential is really cool too. Madoka, she can do a fair bit with her arrows. Like, I still need to research all that she can pull off because I've only ever watched the anime right now. I'm gonna play I'm gonna play Magia Exedra. I need to watch Magia Record, maybe see some gameplay of the game. I know there's a PSP game too, so I know Madoka has a lot that you can do stuff with. And from what I've heard, it's implied that she has the powers of all the magical girls, but I've literally never seen that put into actual action, so I don't know how valid that is.
She's probably
And
not
even
because
then,
she seems buff.
I'd probably just want her using her stuff. So
And it seems like something she'll do.
yeah, Madoka fighting against, all of Gaim's different forms, because that motherfucker is versatile. Until you eventually hit just the fight with their god states, Modokami, and you could use either Kiwami Arms or Man of the Beginning. I'd probably prefer Man of the Beginning, because that's just Kota when he's at his absolute strongest. So yeah, God form fight, very awesome. And thematically, it's probably one of the best you're gonna get for either. Though I probably should watch the Gaim movies to see if I can connect anything to the events of Rebellion and hopefully Walpurgis Not Rising, because the thing with the connections right now is that from what I know, it kind of just stops at the main Madoka series when I know that Rebellion and Walpurgis Not Rising are like canon and they need to be covered too. So I will watch the Gaim movies and see if anything can cover that thematically, because I'm pretty sure this can get even better. But yeah, Madoka vs. Gaim is awesome. You should consider looking into it and supporting it as a matchup. Yeah, that's my yap done. So
Are you sure?
glory to the glory to the Moto Gaim Nation, and y'all should watch
Okay.
Madoka Magic and Kamen Rider.
Glory to Nahito.
All right, Dabra versus Conquest. Me when I'm an alien who's really strong, but that makes me very lonely. Fighting also turns me on.
God, that's a surprise
You
for
did not have to
him.
do this. You did not have to
Yeah,
read that last.
I absolutely did, Coda.
It's
Honestly,
funny
I don't
because
think
right
so.
as he posted
It's
this, I
faster.
saw this on unironically. Like the first post on my fucking Reddit, like timeline was this, and it was like 20 hours ago, and I was like, okay, what the fuck? But I
Right.
mean, this is definitely after because of the new episode of Invincible, which Jesus fucking Christ, that episode is insane. It's fucking gory as hell.
Of course, you watched it without me.
Yeah,
You
fuck
did.
you,
You
Obvious.
had one job. You watched it without me.
fuck you.
Uh,
But I haven't
my
seen
feelings.
Mandala for JJK, but I do know Dabra has like some crazy shit. Earth sorcery is quite.
The memes.
Earth
Built by
Splendor.
physiology is quite
It's,
Earth
advanced.
Splendor is quite advanced.
it's quite advanced. I mean, I said Conquest, but like I mean, they probably have better. I don't know. Conquest definitely, but I don't know about Deborah because I mean I haven't got into
Actually,
Moto.
I know Conquest has like it's just from, but
Mm-hmm.
for Deborah, I seen Toguro a lot for him from Yu Yu Hakusho. So I might look into that one to see what that one's about. But that's this is like the main one I've been seeing for him.
Gulp.
So that sounds really cool to me.
Are you sure?
I don't know, I have to look at it.
Are you
Bro,
sure?
this guy.
Creature
Mark,
Yeah.
we can be
to
dudes.
hashtag into
Exactly.
space.
But anyways, the next one, Copy X versus Metal Sonic.
I submitted this because of
Oh
Coda.
boy.
So
I'm working on a revamp for this. Ironically, a few days ago, I had a guy made a post, a tier list for Meadows matchups, and he got it like really, really low. And I asked him like, so why don't you like it? And he said, because it doesn't really cover Meadows' inferiority complex, which it does. It does really well, actually. So just going into it. The picture, the reason why I painted and added Severance because you already have about it.
yeah,
So
pretty much.
they're both blue creations, made by a brilliant scientist, CL and Dr. Eggman, obviously. And were meant to like replicate and stand in for basically another blue hero, which obviously is X and Sonic. So obviously that part's there. Um, but because the fact that they're replicas, they're not exactly the real thing. Um, they both kind of gained an inferiority complex because it not even just that, but you kind of come with the notion of like I was created to be better than you, um, and so I should be better than you, and yet for Kobiak is like people are like either kicking his ass or saying like he's a terrible leader. So it's confusing because it's like, but I'm supposed to be X's copy, not just copy. I'm supposed to be the better version of X. I'm supposed to be X, and yet I'm still not good enough. And you already know about Meadow's entire deal with Sonic. He's supposed to, surpass Sonic, and yet he can't seem to do it. And so they both come with the idea that like, that's weird though, because I'm supposed to be you. So they both develop and lead their own respective. I don't want to say groups, I'm saying armies. They have their own armies, own forces that work only underneath them. And even with all this, they would still lose. And their relationship to a very specific, and red anti-hero would like mess with him a little because from what I know, Sonic, excuse me, Metal Sonic and Shadow do have a bit of a rivalry going on. And obviously Zero and Copy have a rivalry because that's the copy of his best friend. Um, and obviously Amnesia, they have Amnesia, so that's the connection for Zero and Shadow.
Fucking
That need to be there. Um, so after this whole big uprising that they did, they will both suffer some with their voices. When they both are rebuilt, Metal will lose his voice. Eggman will ship it away because like he only have like a shit back to him. And because of just to make fun of him, um, Doctor Wild didn't really. Excuse me, Doctor. Yes, Wild because it's German name, so it's really like yeah, it's Wild. It's really kind of a reference to Doctor Wily, but his name is Doctor Wild. Um, when he rebuilt X, he left him with a major stutter. So now, to most people, they still have no form of character because, like, when Meadow doesn't talk anymore, and when he does talk, it's like beeps and boops. And then with Copy X, when he speaks, it's a massive stutter that goes on for a very long time. So people just kind of just go like, yap, 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 yap. Anyways, so they're not really taken serious. I mean, they still look intimidating, but only when they stop talking. So which also fuels their inferiority complex because like it also takes away a bit of the freedom and it turns makes them more into these slaves, which the slave connection goes a bit deeper because when you factor in things like Sage and Omega, hey, it gets worse for them because even though they're both really strong, they have their own groups and they have a lot of certain abilities that revolve around copying people and replicating abilities stuff like that. And they try to also have forms that make them stronger and everything. They're still considered to be like insignificant and like lesser fodder compared to like a scientist and like their main genius creation in them. So that they care about so much that they're just throw these two out like into the fire just to give them time to make sure that their main creations are a okay. Which again, Sage and Omega Zero. Like people don't really understand how much Wild does not care at all about Copy X once he rebuilt them. He really just keeps them around just so people don't like, get suspicious about, because in Zero's future, X is kind of missing in action. His main body kind of is gone. So he's kind of just a cyber spirit. So that's why Copy X was made. He's supposed to stand in for him so people don't know what's going on. So he had to be rebuilt, not because he's strong and he's powerful, because he kind of needs them so he can be doing what he needs to do. And in the middle, obviously he needs someone to take care of Sonic or distract them there because he still has lots of important abilities and everything. But Eggman doesn't really care about Metal that much. He cares more about Sage. So he can just the inferiority complex grows more and more from these things that are not really part of their own control. Cause like, yeah, they're both created, but like they're both forced and pushed to be, hey, you got to be this guy because that's what I made you to be. But then it's like they're not good enough. So connection wise, I think it's okay, really good. I don't think it's like best for both, obviously. But I do think that people are really like pushing it down a lot more than what it should be. I think it should be a lot higher than what it should be. Um, I mean, obviously you do not do the matchup itself. You can't do just do Eggman versus Wild. I think it'd be really cool because you can let Omega in Metal do it because they're actually like when you think about matchups for like Mega Man Zero, you get Zero and Omega Zero. You don't think really think about Copy X. And when you think about Sonic characters for like Eggman side, it's Eggman and Metal. So obviously it's like so I guess you can really do that. But if you really want to focus on just, I mean, you can still have armor cover these two because they both have their own forces. You have the force that Metal takes over when he pretends to be Eggman, and then obviously Copy X has like the entire Neo Arcadia to work with. So fight wise, I guess you have to set up for like Metal Sonic is invading Neo Arcadia, and Copy X seeing as like, oh wait, I'm X. So he has to step in to, to make sure his society, this in quotation marks, you can see, but society is, safe and everything. Again, Mega Man character, Sonic character, I don't really get to explain the dynamic that much, at least on that side. But like banter wise, you allow Metal to talk, he's definitely gonna shit talk the fuck out of Metal, and out of X, especially when he's put the copy. The bio data, it's over. It'd be really funny if he develops a stutter. He probably won't, but for me personally, I'll give him like a slight stutter when he copies it. But it'll be all really good safe. I mean, they have alternate forms they can go into. Ironically, they both have like it's kind of funny because one has an angel form, one has like a demon monster form. So parallels, but I don't know. I think it's really good. Obviously, again, not best for both. Because again, I'm really looking at it because I'm not done with the revamp, but I do personally believe that like it's not as bad or terrible as people believe it to be because Mega Man's not a character. We'd had this many times, but I like it. I'm kind of glad that we kind of got Cell though because that means Omega can fight someone else. So I'll take that.
Yeah.
But if you ever want to match up again for Metal, this one can be on the table. So I'm just like, I'm not saying it's direct on the table. Like, I'm not saying it's the main deal, but
He
it could be on the
lied. He
table.
lied.
Me holding like a spare,
Like,
an
one
empty cup. Fair
my
change.
top option
Fair
for Metal.
change.
Jesus.
All right, next up, another goddamn Naoya matchup.
But this one you should read, AJ, because there's a funny fucking line
Yeah.
in it.
Oh, I already saw it. This is amazing. Naoya Zenin versus Poseidon. JJK versus Record of Ragnarok. Yeah, I'm very prideful and really hate certain groups of people. They weak as fuck, lol. I hate them as much as AJ hates Mundoka. This is true. Fucking goddamn dirty Moondokers.
Go.
Okay, I gotta chill out. Okay, I gotta chill out. Okay, we might need to cut
Beach
that.
race!
But okay. Though there is this one guy in my family who is pretty strong, so I'm kind of like, damn, they're cool. Anyways, I'm so fast that you'll just see my after image and I will slick my hair back when beating you up or something.
It feels really
I have not.
straightforward and yeah, really not seem
Yeah.
Yeah,
too
about this
serious,
chicken.
honestly.
They're black.
But it does it okay, Coda.
Okay. Okay, Coda.
Don't be rash now, don't be rash.
You need to not hate yourself, man.
Exactly.
All
But
right.
like
Good. Seems decent.
I
Yeah, I
think
gotta get into both
Prim
these characters.
made this match about himself.
Yeah,
Brownie points.
like most of these matches,
Right.
unironically, he probably made himself, which is very surprising. Like, goddamn, bro puts these out like, holy shit.
I
Kind of
respect the
reminds me,
chilling.
kind of
I gotta
reminds me
respect.
like you, Coda. I should be pouring out matches like fucking nothing. The fuck.
I'm a very passionate guy.
All
Ugh.
right.
But the next
Next
one,
up, Ultron
But
versus Reverse
speaking of
Flash.
speaking of
Oh,
hate,
this one is great. They really, really do not like this one guy.
and I just really hate this guy.
But
I
also, it
just
kind
really,
of goes deeper than them actually hating that
yeah,
one guy.
because there's a whole
And they
fucking paradox
and they
shit.
kind of don't
One must
really.
understand that yes, well, I do hate this guy. Without this guy, I would not be here. But then again, I still hate this guy. Quite the paradox, don't you think?
I just want to be with my favorite superhero. I want you fucking dead.
I hate this guy.
I hate you. But like, it's still a pretty fucking cool matchup, especially Reverse Flash and Thwan being just a paradox and like Ultron trying to learn through that shit and all of that. It's really fucking cool as a match. I mean, comic book. Where the fuck is the Marvel DC matchups? Death Battle. Come
Bro,
on.
where are they?
Like this one could have been one of them, and I wouldn't fucking mind, dude. Honestly, he's one of my picks for to be. But like, I feel like it's even still, there's like better with Swamp Thing versus fucking Man Thing. Come on, man. Like, there's
Come on, bro.
so
Ding
many
ding
good
is
men.
right there, bro. Ding ding.
Where's where's Bullshot Death Battle?
Where's
Dr.
Moon
Cole, come on.
Azrael?
Dr. Cole.
Like,
Dr.
come on, you got
Cole.
like cool matchups like this that just seem like, yeah, obviously, like, biggest haters of all. Which you can kill is which you can't. But like, even still, it goes pretty deep into it if you really look into all of it and what Ultron and Reverse Flash had. Obviously, Dwayne being the biggest fanboy ever, and then Ultron being #1 hater. It's so funny just to think of that Dwayne, he's just Reverse Flash is just this one. He just wants to be with his hero, but he still hates him. But without him, where would he be? And then Ultron. Do I just gotta explain Ultron?
People really don't want that much because, like, oh, it's not, it doesn't really go super, super deep into the characters, but, like, I don't think it really needs to because you
Mm-hmm.
kind of just look at it and go, like, oh, I get it. And you kind of look at, like, the like, actual debate and it's like, actually awesome. Because it comes down to can Eobard find a way to bypass like even because apparently Ultron also has like a way of like resisting like getting to like if you go back in time and mess with him, like he has a way of getting around this, so you can still be a okay. So Eobard was still think he has to find a way to get around that to finally kill Ultron. But at the same time, Ultron is like figure out how to get through like how to get past the paradox part. How to
Yeah,
live in paradox.
put him out of her. I mean, aren't they both fucking
So
smartasses? So it's like the
they are both really smart. So it
smartasses.
legit
So
it could go line. You put like a Hogzilla and have like do like mini time skips. It's like you're trying to figure out what to do.
especially you got probably have like a part of each of their sides trying to figure out each like whatever how to take down the paradox, and it's like always going back and forth until like they actually find a spot, and then Ultron probably pulls out a trump card or Reverse Flash does another. Sorry, was that
There's
important
probably
or
like a
some
lot
shit,
of fake out. There'll be like a lot of fake out. I can definitely see that. Because Ultra's main gimmick is, oh no, you picked up my body.
buddy.
Anyway, he's a new one.
Anyways, literally that one part of the MCU where he literally tore himself in half, where he fucking destroyed himself, literally can't kill, literally. And then Reverse Flash, obviously,
Eobard is
he's a
Eobard. You know,
paradox.
you kill one version, another one comes right back.
Yup.
And then
Remember
the
that time?
banter. Oh my god.
Oh my. I feel the banter is gonna be so fucking amazing. Holy shit.
Ultron would hate Eobard so much. He's an organic with stupid powers and that won't stay dead. He's like a living cockroach. He would not like that.
And especially Eobard kind of trash talking and all that, bro. You seen how he was with Spider-Man, somehow being his most hated only because he talks. And look at Eobard.
No, but it's only be talking.
Talking all this about, dude, Ultron literally just fucking crash out of the century.
Wasn't the Spider-Man thing like rivals? Wasn't that
Yeah,
like a rivals thing?
yeah.
Yeah, it's a sports line.
He said it's because I believe who was it like it was with someone he was talking to. He was like, who's like the most you hate? And he was like the I think he said Spider-Man or the Bug, and he was like, "Oh, I'm surprised." And he's like, "Cause he just doesn't shut up." Literally, his only reason why he hates Spider-Man the most, like out of anybody, is just he doesn't shut up. But like that Rivals version, it is different. That is a whole different. But like I mean, it's still Ultron. Dude hates everything. That is organic, no matter what. Jesus, I'm just saying this matchup would be so fucking peak as an episode. Just bring back Marvel
It would.
DC, man.
I'd be down for it.
I
All
would be
right.
Yeah,
hella down.
again, I'm not saying that like it like super duper like the best for both because people will be
Yeah.
like people will attack it like, oh, you guys think it's
Yeah.
best for both. No, I'm
I
not saying
think
that, but like
In my
looking
sense,
at
I'd be
it,
it
down
may
with it.
by
looking at
I
it,
it
think.
may be my preferred, but
I
I
think
could
it's
have
really
probably preferred something else for like an actual episode. But I still love this either way. It's just a
I
yeah.
preference,
think.
honestly.
Yeah. I think if I had to give Ultron a run back, I'd probably just throw him at Altair.
Yeah.
And Reverse Flash, I don't really need him to come back, but if I had to pick, I guess probably SCP-3999. That's shaping up to be my pref right now.
But we'll see later on down the lane
One that
because
can be like
Cap out of the.
just for major vibes. Like if you really
Mhm.
vibe with these two, like yeah, you get it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
It's not
All right,
really
my
like
headphones.
a major. Let's do it. It's best for both. Like we got to do it for
It's
sure.
not
Let's do
to
it. It's
pressure the
just
team to do it. Like essentially saying like
yeah. It's
they need to
just
do this. They need to do
you
this
get it.
now. It's just like a
Ooh,
preference essentially. That's how I've always been. And like just because we like it doesn't mean it's automatically like our favorite. Because we probably already have something else as a preferred. Like AJ said, he has something else for them. So it's like it's just a
Yeah.
preference, like an alt or something. We'll probably do love it to death, but like we
yeah,
wouldn't ram it into like the team's face essentially. But
yeah,
we'll still love to talk about it either way. It's like comic book matchups.
Yeah.
There's like a fuck ton. We'll probably say like,
Yeah.
"Oh, we
yeah.
love this," but like
We are major comic book fans, dog.
that's
So
why
like
this is why I
you put two
submitted
of them together, like
Ultron Reverse Flash, because it's just like, come on, we both know these characters and especially how like cool it is. It's like it. Sure, we have different preferences, but like it's still a fucking cool matchup to talk about, and I still love it. So it's like, yeah, we really love
we
comic
have
books.
so much personal lore with Eobard that we can't really explain here, but like Eobard is our goat essentially. So
Yeah, like especially when it comes to comics and this, yeah, like we said, dude, just fucking hella geeks for it, like especially Marvel
Eobard
DC.
versus Sora,
If
there's
you've
for
been in the
both.
server and seen us talk about Marvel DC, oh my god, especially in the other like videos, we have like a history with Marvel DC.
Robert Robert alone kind of explains that entire genre for us.
Dude, literally, like he's the biggest DC guy. Like I don't, but like even still, like when it's just comics in general around us, is like, dude, you're gonna have to listen to us yap for like, oh, yeah, the
My
like,
headphones are gonna die.
oh my god, we yap so much.
Yeah. We have been here so long that my headphones genuinely started hitting the bottom. All right, we should probably finish. We should probably try and get this wrapped up. So
But yeah, next
Yeah, we
one,
got like what 2 more left. You
yeah,
can ignore me with Steve Harvey.
yeah,
yeah.
But speaking of
but
yapping,
yeah, all right.
AJ,
Yeah, I'm up next. This is one of my submissions. The Convict versus Planet 4546B, or if you'd like to just simplify it, Iron Lung versus Subnautica. Although I probably would just have it as Convict versus 4546B, even though that kind of does sound like he's going to throw hands with the entire planet at once. But that is not how it is. Basically, me when I'm a thing of interest for a group of people that led to a bunch of bullshit in the series, basically being involved with some of the biggest and most traumatic events in said series while meeting / being home to mentally scarring and powerful creatures. Also, man who is dropped into a dangerous ocean environment / world full of these creatures in a submarine versus, well, a world that is a dangerous ocean environment versus that is home to many large and deadly creatures. Also, Markiplier faces off against Subnautica. Again. Yeah, I think this is one of those matchups that I need to stress. I don't think Death Battle would be able to pull off in like the traditional format, but I really like it as like a general story or scenario because you're taking the protagonist of, you know, like a horror experience like Iron Lung, and you're dropping him into a world that's kind of like that, but also not really as intense and would be something new for him other than like the closed off stuff like that. Because if he was able to pull all that shit on the entity, like just in a closed off sub where he couldn't see anything and just had to use sonar and all that, imagine what he's pulling when he has actual visibility and like safe places and other stuff. It's basically just, can the convict from Iron Lung make it through the world of Subnautica and manage to escape the
Can he
planet? That's what I
survive
see
through
it as.
Subnautica, essentially, in a way?
Yeah, can the Iron Lung protag survive Subnautica? And that's kind of how I like framing the matchup. And as for who wins, I don't actually know. I would probably give it to, I think his name's Simon right now.
Yeah.
I would probably give it to Simon actually, simply because I think the stuff that he had to deal with in Iron Lung is unironically a lot worse than basically anything 4546B could throw at him. Because, like, the entity / the blood eel, that shit is basically Sea Emperor level, or if not beyond Sea Emperor level.
This is like if you cut off all of a dude's limbs, made him blind and deaf, and he was still beating everybody's ass, but then you gave him back all of his senses and limbs.
But yeah, I think that's obviously not to say that you have to portray Simon as just absolutely no diffing for, say, 4546B. Have him get scared. Have the creatures give him a
Because
challenge.
that's how he
like,
was unironically in the movie and all that.
Yeah,
He was still
have him,
scared,
like,
but he was still willing to take the risk and all that. Because, I mean, what else was he supposed to do?
Yeah, have him get attacked by a Reaper, but narrowly manage to avoid it. Have him suffer from the Kara bacterium.
It's like him actually exploring the world of Subnautica and experience the horrors that lays beneath this ocean that he's already dealt with in this blood ocean, that this fucking creep of a monster that can mimic voices and all that.
Yeah. Yeah. And to be honest, I kind of would like to see Simon interact with the Sea Emperor and see if they'd like get along and if the Sea Emperor would basically trust him enough to like try and cure the Corobacterium and release the baby Sea Emperors out into the ocean. I think that would be like, I think you can tell a really good story with this, even if I do think Simon kind of just wins because he's dealt with, well, pretty much worse than basically anything 4546B could throw at him.
You can't always focus on that when there's like a huge story potential essentially that's connected to it.
Yeah.
There's more to it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Iron Lung versus Subnautica is really damn cool.
It really like does sound really cool, yeah.
It's a really great story. That's how I see it.
It really wouldn't be done as a Death Battle like format and all that, but as its own like standalone and like story-ish thing, yeah, I could see it being fucking amazing, honestly.
Yeah. I feel like you can probably, as different as the kind of aesthetics of as Iron Lung the movie and Subnautica are, I feel like you can still definitely pull off the horror of both. It'd just be like a different kind of horror compared to Iron Lung. You can still have all that suspense and all that. Like, have him in a sea moth or swimming around the open ocean, and then all you hear in the background, you see the shadow of it, and you can just hear a Reaper roar. That would be awesome.
Yeah,
as like a trailer for the thing
like,
too.
Unironically, as a game, is still fucking like literally fucking horror when it's, you know, about the ocean. But like, even still, the ocean itself is pretty fucking scary. Especially how the game is, yeah.
I love Iron Lung versus Subnautica. It's really it's pretty
Yeah,
thematic
it's
too. I think
mhm.
like it's funny how you can compare Simon and all the stuff he went to a to just an entire planet. The connections will be linked down in the description. But yeah, Iron Lung versus Subnautica, really good matchup. All right, and for our final one, we have
Do we really want to?
Gat. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we might have to. Or should we just end
Anyway,
it on Subnautica versus Iron Lung?
I'll talk
Honestly,
about
this is gonna
Infinite
take a
versus
long
Gas.
deep
I'll just talk
deeper
about Infinite.
please.
Anyways, Infinite versus Gas. I mean, y'all probably already heard this matchup. Apparently, especially if you know how like this is before Infinite came back and everything. It's mainly against of like how Infinite is and Gas. Wasted potential characters that went down to shit despite having literally the best being in the best fucking series ever and what they could have, but like I mean it's literally just shit on the characters, but like themes and such. There you go. I don't fuck with this matchup. Essentially, it's just it doesn't really get what I want. Infinite. It's essentially just watching my own character get murdered and slandered, skinned alive for like a joke. Like how everything tends to be slandered, theme, whatever agenda, whatnot, because you want to just keep staying with this. What was it? That one meme of the soldier that kept fighting for 30 years or some shit. It reminds me of that, honestly. Just going on with the same shit Infinite has and Gas. Gas, I don't know. Gas is fucking dead. He's probably not even get shit. He's already fucking dead. Infinite actually came back. They got rid of his the main bad things he had. They actually changed him up and they actually made him what I wanted. I was so glad when he fucking came back. And I mean, he has a different power now. He doesn't have the Phantom Ruby, but he could call. The power he has is similar to it. But like, there's the fact that someone gave him the lens, which we don't know who. He just some person gave it to him when he was traveling around the world after he faked his death from the Phantom Ruby, but he lost it. But like these lenses gave him the same way as the power. We don't really know what the lenses do in full power or whatnot. But like Infinite collecting it to get his full power back. Oh well, what his full power was. But like his character is different now because he came back obviously and all this. Compared to Gas is fucking dead. Frieza just one shotted him. That death was gruesome, but like, I mean this matchup does not work, and it's not it. Get out of here. Get out.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, this has been Gamma Gaze. I think this was a pretty successful first session so far, and before I go, because my shit is going to die, let me remind you, what I think you should do is anybody who's watching this video, come in and join our Discord, and
Submit
you
more
can
matchups and we'll talk
absolutely,
about.
yep, submit more matchups. We'll talk about them, and hell, we might revisit some of the earlier matchups that are up here once we've like researched and like gained more of an opinion.
Hmm.
Shit, these might be hidden gems for all we know.
Literally, we might come back and actually appreciate them. Like we said,
Yes,
at least we're not doing what Death Battle does, and like just talk over it and like not even acknowledge them. I fucking why did they do that? Oh my god, that's a mage. But yeah, just join us if you have any matches you really want to request in here. Just put them here. Give a small description and just don't do what fucking Krim did in the fucking of that one matchup. Yeah. Just don't do what he did. Just at least give a
all right.
summary like how Koda kind of has his, but like you don't really gotta make it like at least just have like a small summary. It doesn't matter how long. Well, it really does actually kind of whatever. But you probably get the
Please be
gist.
small, but we can do that one matchup I sent that has like 2 paragraphs.
But yeah, you probably get it. Whatever. Still, yeah, just give us whatever you enjoy. Honestly, we'll probably give out our even if we don't know it, we'll still acknowledge it and try to see what we could do with it. Kind of like almost with all of them, but like even still, there'll probably be one out there. We'll be like, damn, we didn't know about this one. This one actually cooks. Hidden gems or whatnot. So that's it, really. Thank you for actually watching this bullshit. Honestly.
Yeah. Thanks for putting up with our bullshit if you decided to watch all the way through.
Essentially.
Thank you for listening to basically four grown men yap about
Yeah,
characters
and
directly.
And
we
we'll
will.
do it
Yeah, we.
again. Bakugo Rise is in the way, so like
Yeah,
we'll probably come back
yeah.
again.
Anyway, before we go, Baka Reze, that's complicated right now. There might be a reaction, but it's probably gonna be like it's probably
Different,
not gonna be
just
a regular
Super
different.
stuff.
reaction. It's
It
Yes.
gonna
might
be
be
a
super stuff.
very different reaction. It's gonna be incredibly scuffed. That's all we're gonna say.
Yeah, guys, watch out for the rivals video. There's no rivals video. You call.
Anyway,
Dream
for
about
this whole thing, we are probably gonna be submitting more of our own
Yeah,
matchups, so we can
but
just talk about
unless
them.
yeah, we'll probably get more people.
Unless
But like,
y'all join the Discord and submit your own matchups and
and
just
definitely
fill
don't
the
have to
thing up.
strangle our other members here. But like,
Yep,
well, that actually sounds bad.
and remember, don't just spam the connections. Just
Yeah,
make a
just
summary.
summary.
If we want to check out the
And
connections, then we'll read them.
you can put a link to like a Google Doc or whatnot that has the connection, the full on connection to it, so we could look at it like later on and then talk back on it. The next
Yeah,
episode or the next
yeah,
whatever,
that's
the
what we're
next
gonna do.
batch. Come back to it. That is essentially fair game. So
Yeah. All right, I think this was a pretty successful first episode of Gamma Gaze. Well, I don't really have much else to say. This has been AJ speaking. Hope you've enjoyed my voice. But
yeah,
yeah,
thank you, Fonzie.
thank you
Success.
for watching.
Ah.